So I know how you feel when you're divorcing a narcissist. You feel like such a victim. You think, why me? Why did this have to happen to me? Why couldn't I have the fairy tale life that I imagined? Why couldn't I marry a normal person? Why did I have to be married to this toxic spouse? Why did my life have to go this way? And I get that. I thought the same thing. I was in that victim mentality for so long. So in today's video, I wanted to tell you 3 things that I realized I learned from my narcissistic spouse. But first, will you please subscribe to my channel? That's how these videos are going to get in front of more of the people who really need to hear this information. I'm Victoria McCooey. I'm a narcissist divorce coach, a motivational speaker, and the creator of the Reclaim Your Power system. I help people every day who are right where you are, stuck in a toxic marriage to a narcissistic spouse, or already engaged in a contentious divorce from one. The first lesson I realized I learned from my narcissistic spouse is to trust my gut. There were so many times during that marriage that things didn't feel right. He was telling me things that I didn't think were true or right. He urged me to do things that I know now I shouldn't have been doing. My gut instincts were almost always correct. And I just didn't have the confidence to trust myself or to stand up for what I thought was right. So that is one of the biggest takeaways that I think you'll have too from once you get to the other side of this toxic marriage. You're going to realize that you had the intuition all along. It was right there. So if you can learn to trust your instincts, trust your gut, you're going to be able to make much better decisions going forward. There are so many times when I was physically sick, and my clients tell me every day they have migraines, they have fibromyalgia, they have IBS, they have back pain, they have all kinds of physical symptoms from the abuse. So that is your body telling you that you're not in integrity with what you really believe. The second thing I learned from my narcissistic spouse is not to change who I am for anyone. It's so important for you to be true to yourself and to live in your integrity. The second you step outside of that, things start going badly. So when you have the confidence and the self-esteem and the self-worth to feel strongly about what you believe and to be true to your own integrity, that's when your life just flows in the right direction, the right people come into it, the right circumstances happen, everything is in congruity. And the third thing I learned from my narcissistic spouse is to live my life unapologetically. So I ran across this question recently in something I was reading. It said, can you be yourself unapologetically? I wish somebody had told me to ask myself that question when I was married to my narcissist, because the answer would have been no. And that is really telling. If you can't be yourself, if you can't be who you are, you're goofy, you're wacky, you're serious, you're dramatic, you're whatever your true self is, if you're feeling like you have to apologize for being who you are, there's something wrong in that relationship. So that is the third thing that I learned from my narcissistic spouse. Are you ready to be on the other side of this marriage to your narcissist? Are you ready to be looking back at what you learned from that relationship? If you are, then maybe it's time for you to book a strategy session with me. You can get right on my calendar. There's a link below in the description. Did you find this information helpful? I hope you did. If you liked this video, will you please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. I've linked a couple of other videos here that I think you might also like, so I hope I see you in the next video.